Adelonpe had a friend with money, a billionaire in fact. Her name was Sandy. To the outside world, it looked like a sweet friendship, glitz, luxury, laughter, and business. But behind the scenes, it was far from balanced. Sandy would call whenever she needed help, and Adelonpe, she would always answer, always show up, always forgive. But when Adelonpe needed something, suddenly, Sandy became unavailable. Her phone would ring endlessly. Messages would go unread, or worse, read and ignored. Still, Adelonpe stayed. Maybe it was the loyalty. Maybe it was the history. Maybe it was the money. One day, Adelonpe gathered courage and confronted her. Sandy apologized. Sweet words, empty words. Then came the business deal. It was simple, mutual benefit. But when it was time for Sandy to hold up her hand, guess what? Silence. Messages were ignored, calls were unanswered, excuses, plenty of them. That was the breaking point for Adelonpe. Adelonpe cancelled the deal, blocked her on WhatsApp, blocked her everywhere. It hurt, but that was for some time. Adelonpe chose herself. Weeks passed, then months. Then one afternoon at work, Adelonpe's phone rang. An unknown number. She picked. It was her. Guess who? It was Sandy. That voice was unmistakable. Sandy says, "Why did you block me? What's the problem now? Have I wronged you in any way?" Adelonpe's heart raised, not out of fear, but rage. The manipulation again, the acting, pretending not to know. She took a deep breath. Adelonpe responded, "Figure it out." Later that evening, Sandra called again, full of apologies, full of excuses as usual. She was begging. Adelonpe unblocked her, not for reconciliation, but for closure. Just yesterday, Sandy called, another business proposal. Adelonpe said no, politely. Sandy was shocked. Then she asked to meet her. Adelonpe said, "Is that why you are calling me now? After months, I've had enough of your arrogance and manipulation, Sandy. Let me be, please." Sandy was speechless. She tried to convince her that it would be different this time. But guess what? This time, Adelonpe stood her ground firmly. Sometimes, people, we don't realize how deeply we have been mentally enslaved to people or by people. Not by chains, but by admiration, by loyalty, by status. But the moment you choose peace over people, growth begins. That is not just Adelonpe's story. It is the story of many of us. If you're watching this, maybe it's time for you to block the pain and unblock your worth.